Hey Soulcal pals, just throwing together another costume showcase. Once again, I apologize for my poor quality mic. I'm using my Xbox headset, so the quality's not that good. Anyhow, let's start with what I have here, and that is Mitsurugi. For this costume, my inspiration was very simple. I really love that hat, and I want to make a traditional style Ronin with that hat. So rather than sort of the elegant armor that Mitsurugi wears on his body normally, I wanted simplistic, sort of more plain colors and simplistic oriental patterns. That's why you notice I did the dark green and the dark blue with lots of grays in there. I was sort of visualizing, a standard Ronin that wasn't working for a shogun. Just an average Ronin, what he'd look like. On top of that, I threw some kanji on his back to simulate a warrior's tattoo, because traditionally, in some cultures, they got actual writing tattooed in their body into blessings. Anyhow, I think it turned out alright. Let me know what you think. Now here's a costume I'm really stoked about, this snow Taki. So, one thing you'll see about this Taki is once she gets to her under armor layer, you'll see I've applied some stickers in some unique ways that have really made the under layers pop. I didn't know these stickers would have this effect on the underlayer, but after trying them I think it's amazing. So really what I did is I took a pocket sticker, put it on her chest, and you'll see that makes the front of her chest look like she has some sort of padded armor. And I took a zipper sticker and I put it on her back, and what this really makes it look like is almost like she has some sort of reinforced spinal cord protection. Anyhow, the use of these stickers specifically on this shiny type of fabric really has revolutionized some of my costume design, so I've actually gone back and redone some. Pretty stoked about this one. We know what's gonna happen, and I'm sorry, because Voldo's about to get very naked here. When I was making this costume, my inspiration was sort of what Voldo would dress like when he was just chilling at home by himself, not going out hunting people that have been attacking his tomb. So I sort of gave him this little lounge wear, almost like you're coming to Voldo's house, he's serving you some wine and some tea. This is the thing he'd dress. The thing in particular I'm proud of this costume is the mask. I combined the mask with the crescent moon, sort of flipped upside down, and I really think it added some substance to the mask. I really liked it. Anyhow, let me know how you feel about this one. Next we have a costume that I'm relatively stoked about, but was tough for me to make, specifically because I like my costumes to have less rather than more. But for Yoshimitsu, I felt like it had to be cluttered, it had to be messy, because the very nature of his character is already pretty chaotic. So what I did for this was I chucked lots together, and I focused on darker green, darker brown, and darker red colors. I was sort of envisioning a samurai warrior slash holy man that lived in a swamp somewhere, and over years and years and years he's accumulated just the possessions of those he's defeated, put them together and made them his own into some hodgepodge mess of armor. Another subtle little detail you can see here is, if you notice, I put some red kanji on his body because I was sort of thinking the holy man angle. I was envisioning perhaps, with some of the blood of the warriors he had fallen or the animals he had hunted, he'd write holy blessings in his body before battle. Anyhow, despite the cluttered, chaotic nature, I actually think the costume came out pretty good. Yeah, pretty stoked about it. Let me know what you think. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you may have already seen this one, but I'm listing it again because I've made some modifications based on what I learned from that Taki costume earlier on, specifically what you can do with those pocket stickers, and you'll see it once you get to it. When we get to her under armor, I've basically layered 2 pocket stickers on the front and the back, and it really takes that sort of 2D looking plate armor and makes it pop, in my opinion. You can see it right now. It adds more depth. It makes it look like she has segment components around her actual waistband, and it looks like it's actually something someone could wear.